accomplish? Where are you at?
Yeah, I think our vets are doing a nice job. I really do. I think they're practicing hard. Competitiveness is there. Same thing I said after the scrimmage. I want to see some of these young guys have some dog, man. Like, I want to see people step up and be like, that dude's a dog. If that dude's next to me on the field for a fourth down, the game on the line, I trust him. We don't have enough of those guys yet. And they're young, so I get it. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day. But it's still, like, it's the mindset of them. I want to see somebody with the mindset of I belong, not I'm waiting my turn.
Transfer portal era makes it even more incumbent upon those guys to show their potential when they're really young.
Yeah, and there's some transfer portal guys that we brought in. Those are vets to me that have done that, that have that dog in them. It's more like our freshmen, sophomore, like our freshmen, redshirt freshmen, the young guys. Those are the guys who, we have so many returners, they can get comfortable in their role of, oh, I'm behind blank. And that's probably not going to change. But you can't get comfortable. Like, you still have to, when we take some of those guys off the field, that's your squad now. You got to be able to show that you can lead the group of men, that you have that your guys will rally behind if you happen to be in the game. And we're going to have to count on some of those guys.
Speaking of dogs, how about Clayton? What kind of leadership does he bring?
I mean, his growth in the last 3 years here is incredible. The way he runs to the ball now, his size being 245 pounds as opposed to 220-something when he showed up, his work habits, like, talk about a guy who's completely changed, in my opinion, the trajectory of his life. I think his life is going to be completely different, the Clayton now, as opposed to the Clayton, 2.5 years ago when he showed up here. And that's what excites me, not just football, because I think football he's going to excel and he's going to have a chance at the next level. But his life, I think, is going to be drastically impacted by who he is today.
Coach, it seems like media presence is only increasing. How do you keep the guys locked in and focused?
Yeah, I mean, they're so used to it, and it's good. They're used to, the noise of that, and they're going to have that the rest of their life. That's the new day and age. So my biggest thing is we're not going to hide from it. We're not going to hide from the new normal. We're going to embrace the new normal. So I think they're used to that. But like I said, I think there's got to be something in you like that internally you just want to be your best every day. All the external motivation is great, and we create a ton of external motivation in our program, whether it's one-on-ones in front of everybody, whether it's me in the team meeting room calling you out, whatever that is. But the internal motivation to know, were you your very best today? That's a different type of motivation. And not everybody can find that. But the more people that can find it, the better you're going to be. So the external motivation is great, but the internal motivation is where I hope some of these young guys can find throughout this journey.
What kind of development have you seen out of the O-line so far this week?
Yeah, obviously, when we go live, we take out, we're missing 3 starters from last year when we go live. So that group is kind of newer, whereas we have a lot of depth back at defensive line. So today was the first day where, when we took out, a couple of those high rep guys on offense and defense, where the offense just kicked the ever-living crap out of the defense. Now the negative was in 6 reps, 6 series, 4 offensive touchdowns, 2 turnovers. No team wins. We don't win on either side of the ball. There doesn't win. If we turn it over 4 times, we're not winning many games. If we give up 4 out of 6 touchdowns, we're not winning many games. So too many explosive plays on both sides of the ball in a negative light.
What about how Sean is progressing, and then Jametto's learning the system?
Yeah, Jametto's obviously learning the system, big, long, physical. He's picking it up. It's a process. He's come from more of pass set, more line of scrimmage type teams, which is great. They're very successful systems. And we're just a little bit different with how we do that. So he's adjusting to that. And then Sean, I think, is returning to the Sean that, we saw his true freshman year. I think he's returning to that stage. Obviously last year was injured, banged up, so he never really got back. I think he's definitely trending in the right direction.
And then with development, when you talk about like the guys that came in last year for spring ball that graduated early, how have you seen on both like guys on offense, defense that did it, but just their growth with this install this spring?
Yeah, I mean, we throw a lot at them. We're not going to slow down for a true freshman that shows up. So they're definitely going to be playing probably slower than they actually are. And we're all aware of that if you're thinking, you're not playing fast. So they're thinking, so they're not playing as fast as they could. But you saw Corey have a big play today on a slot post. You've seen a few guys. Mackay is a guy who continues to show up for me as a guy who could help us this year. And not many times does true freshmen help you on on football teams that come off good years and lots of returners. So I'm not going to call this football team a good football team because we haven't played anybody. So we just have a lot of returners off a team that had success. But it's very hard to play on teams like that, and I think he's got a chance.
Would you say you're using any new tactics or new mottos to keep these guys locked in and ready to go? Especially
No, I mean at this point, people have moved on. Like it's not even a thought anymore, in my opinion. So we're so beyond that. It's about this football team. Everybody's focused on the right now. Everybody's focused on getting better. And like I told our seniors or everybody in the team meeting today, it's your responsibility as a senior, as a junior, as an upperclassman to set the standard for these young guys. You do not want to come back here in 6 years, come back with all your teammates or 10 years and then celebrate last year's success and go watch a football team that sucks. Go watch a football team that doesn't play hard. Go watch a football team that doesn't compete. Go watch a football team that isn't physical. And that's everybody's responsibility. It's everybody's responsibility that if you want not just the present to be good, but also the future to be good, it's those upperclassmen's responsibility to keep that standard and not allow it to drop. And if we continue to do that, we'll maximize this coming year and we'll maximize the year's future. And it could be fun.
Through 7 practices, which position group has impressed you the most with the level of competition?
Defensive line. Our D-line is super, super competitive right now. I think Clayton and Prince and Watt and CJ, obviously, a lot of these guys are playing at the best level they've played at since they've been here. That's why we take them out for the live periods, is we already know what they can do, and I think we know they're going to be naturally better this year because of the strength and the work ethic and the mindset that they've had.
Appreciate it.
Perfect, thank you.